pretty concrete who's going to be up there. But Morningwood win, King lose, things are really interesting. The Morningwood are a real pivotal team based on this 14-12 they've got.
Morningwood, what is... I would like...
I don't see this team making the playoff.
But I want to take a study at the Morningwood season and see what's gone on, because how do you get this and have that? This is 1,412 points, and that is a 4-7 record.
Yeah.
I can't reconcile the two, but hey, we haven't even gotten to Redonkulus yet. So, Bud, what do we want to do here?
Team running out of steam, 4-7. You draft well and you rest on your laurels.
Where they were in a huge
we talked
matchup.
about that all year with the Wood.
Yeah.
We're starting to see that with the injuries. Again, a Morningwood and a Redonkulus team at the bottom with that many points. It's going to take something out of this 7-9 slot this week
to
make this whole thing make
Morningwood's
sense.
playing Lunch for Wimps. Lunch for Wimps has a charge out ahead. We're going to get down to break that down in just a minute. But, okay, Morningwood, what do we give him? We give him an X, we give him an X and a half, or, I
would give him that X and a half a slash. I think he holds his own destiny again with his point total. I think he wins even one more game, he's still got a good shot at making the playoffs.
X and a half and a slash.
So, again, these two teams right here, they may be eliminated after the week's end.
Really?
Because if they drop to 4-8, and obviously 3-9 ain't going to cut it. 4-8 with this kind of point total, no ways.
So we definitely have some teams win and you're in, other teams win and you need some other people to lose.
Absolutely. Survival mode for some of these bottom
teams. Mode. Okay, Fire Spitting Jimmies, they're 4-7. They've scored 1,338 points, which is not enough. That point total, Bud, it's not going to help them.
No,
unless they score like 250 points.
He's down in the bottom level in point total. He hasn't put together, I don't think, 2 wins in a row all season.
Eesh.
This team here was reeling, won an ugly game against the Goods, put up some points. But I don't see them winning 2 games to finish out the year. I don't think 5-8 gets them in. This 13-38 is just too glaring.
Well, they got a big matchup against the Boone Humper, and next week, who are the Fire Spitting Jimmies playing? Let me just take a quick peek here, because this is amazing to me. If they are able to pull out a win.
Peggy, would you...
Peg, I'm trying to get her. This is a little impromptu prop usage. Over here we have an XT500 thing.
Huge Eastern Division game.
Against the Rollers. I mean, we're seeing the Rollers, they could slide down to not third place. Maybe.
Well,
the point total
what we're seeing on the field with the Rollers, that's definitely possible. That matchup a few weeks ago would have looked like roller.
Yes.
Not anymore. I think Fire Spitting Jimmies are that team. That late season surge could still be there.
150 last week.
We did see that haiku come out the other day.
Oh, that was a lovely haiku.
It was lovely.
Yes, I'll try to repeat it later. Next segment. Okay, but the Jimmies, I think they merit a half a slash.
Yeah, just a slash. They have a slash's chance of making the dance.
Come to think of it, I really love Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Hell of a guitar player, that Slash. What about that
Legends for Wimps. Legends for Wimps, 4-7. Their overall point total is the lowest in Fantasy League Fantastico at 1,261. Lunches for Wimps is a dying duck, yet Lunches for Wimps win, and things might go well for you.
Well, win and survive, lose, and you go home, and you might not be back in this league, from what I've heard.
So what is going on with
this? This is a must-win on multiple levels for this team.
It's a.
I don't know if they can do it.
Something.
I think they're up now, but they should have had more production in a couple of key spots in their lineup over the week.
I agree.
Thursday night games. This Lunches for Wimps team is cooked. They can't win 2 in a row to save their life. I don't see it.
You don't see it? So we'll give them maybe, because they still have a flicker of hope, a half a slash.
I think
you were a half a slash man, Mr. Lunches for Wimps. You had your chance, and, well, You didn't take the ball and run with it, or the fantasy keyboard, I should say.
That's right. They didn't do that, did you? And finally, Ridiculous, again, talked about it. A lot has to happen for them to make it. A 5-8 team that does make it is going to be them. They need to win 2 in a row. They're not in any shape at this point to win. It's early. They've had, I think, a horse or 2 go, so we can't tell.
So, but let's be realistic about Ridiculous, because their chances are not that far off. Ridiculous will win if the King loses 2 in a row.
Correct.
The Boone Humper loses 2 in a row. Those are 2 teams. That's it. That's pretty much their only chance.
Yeah, that's their only chance. And that probably, wow. I mean, if that were to happen, for 4 losses between those 2 teams to happen, I don't see it. Ridiculous is out. They just can't have it happen.
So, do we give them a little something just for good luck to you, Ridiculous? I mean,
no, they don't get anything.
I insist on a little dot. All right, I'm going to give him a little dot just to say, hey, there's a glimmer, a very small glimmer.
Congratulations, you have a little booger's chance of making the dance.
Congratulations, Ridiculous. You have 1,453 points. Your overall points are in the top echelon of Fantasy League Fantastico. In Fantasy League Fantastico's most competitive year, and your record is 3-8, and you need 4 losses and 2 wins to make the playoffs.
Wow.
I don't see that happening.
Welcome to hell. Good Chalk Talk, bud.
Good Chalk Talk. We're going to be right back with more fun and exciting Fantasy League Fantastico news, especially next week's games. We got some interesting predictions, bud.
It's going to be a dogfight, and based on what we looked at here, there's some pivotal matchups to come.
Indeed, indeed. I can't wait. We're going to do it right now. We got
Speed round.
Speed round, 6 games. We're going to bust it out. Peaceful Warriors taking on Mason Keat. Peaceful Warriors up 70-27. These are after Thursday's games, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, projecting 148, Peaceful Warriors have a ton of horses that can go off. I think they were mildly impressed on their performance Thursday, but it still should be a runaway. Peaceful Warriors win by 20.
I have Mason Keat winning and throwing a little crink into Peaceful Warriors ideas. The Rollers and the Goods. Rollers got 25 points so far. The Goods have 15.
Yeah, Rollers 143, Goods 123 in projections. I don't see the Rollers pulling this one out. It's tight early, 25-15. Goods take it by 15.
I think the Rollers are going to win this game and they lock up that division, and I think it's going to give the Goods a lot of things to think about. Okay, big matchup. Now those were the original 2 matchups to decide who's going to be on top in the league. So those are very important. Boone Humper, Fire Spitting Jimmies. Currently they're pretty tight. They've always been tight. 40 points pretty much.
Bitter rivalry. Fire Spitting Jimmies spoiling the party last year for the Playful Pickle, formerly the Boone Humper. Tight matchup here. I give the edge to the Fire Spitting Jimmies. Boone Humper have some receivers to go here. And Mendenhall, if he doesn't score a touchdown, that one may be a little 12-point win for the Fire Spitting Jimmies to stay alive in the playoffs.
Well, I believe the Boone Humper is going to win and wrap up that playoff spot. I believe that Ray Rice really let down the Jimmies, and I can look forward to seeing that 2 tight end set letting them down some more. But Mofos, Dr. Dick, this is a huge matchup. Mofos lose to the champ, or to our current leader. Mofos are in a heck of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Michael Vick is out again. It looks like the Mofos just scraping up points. I don't like their waiver moves. They haven't scored a lot of points previously. The Dick just continues to impress. He'll win.